everyone. This won't be a long video, but I got some information to share with the community. A few things about the situation going on right now with the C virus, COVID-19. First of all, COVID-19 is coded. The term COVID-19 is coded. 19. You flip the 9, it gives you a 6. That's the favorite number of the elites. So that means literally 16. It's called numerology. I know a little bit about it. No, actually, it's my bad. I know plenty about numerology. I've been studying numerology for about 2 years. The world moves with numbers and symbols. That's not how this is. There's a slogan. Yeah, basically the world works on numbers and symbols. Symbolism is symbols. Symbolism. I know symbolism too. Numerology, I know even more about numerology. COVID-19 is coded. It's 16. You just flip the 9. You flip the 9, you get a 6. Like, the number 23 means 2 3s. What are the 3s? 3 6s. I can't explain. I'm not a teacher of numerology. I'm a student of numerology, so I'm not gonna try and teach it. Alright, so here's something interesting. I came up with this on my own. I have some shit from information from last night. This is from me, coming directly from me. I have some information I'm gonna share from research I did last night. I slept last night maybe an hour. Alright, but this first part I'm gonna say is from me. In the White House. In the White House. When they do speeches, whether it's President Trump or Biden, Pence, the lady, what's her name? Whoever, when they're doing the speeches, right? There are numerous people sitting next to each other, watching the person that's doing the speech. Whoever it is in the White House. Okay? They're all sitting there and the person is doing the speech. I bet no one has thought about this. Literally. At least I thought about this. Everyone is there sitting next to each other. The lady or the man is doing the speech at the White House. Where's the social gathering? None of them are wearing a mask, which I don't give a fuck about the mask. If mask or no mask. No one is wearing a mask. No one has gloves. They're sitting on right next to each other. There's a good 15, 20 people in the room. Just being hypothetical. There might be 50, there might be 15. But there's a good approximately, I would say like 30 people in there. Sitting right next to each other. Watching the person do the speech. That is the opposite of social distancing. That's the opposite of social distancing. There's no distance. You're sitting right next to each other. Isn't the thing to stay away from people? People. Isn't the thing to stay away from people? Huh? Send me an email. I want to know your thoughts. Interesting, isn't it? Alright. Moreover, arguably the two most powerful, developed, also powerful and developed countries in the whole wide world, for the most part, are the US of A and China. I don't want to talk about who's got the most deaths anymore or who has the most cases. I'm not going to go into that. The top two. The top two countries with the most cases and deaths and uh, people that caught the virus and went to get a checkup. The two at the top in everything. Everything. Go down the whole list. This, that, and the third. The two are the two most powerful countries in the world. China is already on shutdown. Country shutdown. They haven't been able to get out the house in a long time. We're not receiving shit from China. No country. Every country depends on China to receive a lot of stuff. Every country depends on China to get them some this, that, and the other, and the third, and possibly the fourth. So, China has been on complete lockdown, mandatory lockdown. They cannot even leave the house since earlier this year. I don't know if it's January, February, earlier this year. If we're at the top with China, and the numbers do not differentiate very much in any category, who's next to go on complete shutdown? Send me another email. I'm trying to stay positive, but you know what beats positivity? Realism. Being realistic beats positivity. So, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. A lot of people confuse me for a conspiracy theorist. I took that shit to a whole other level. I am a conspiracy realist. I don't believe everything these conspiracy theorists say. I'm a realist, not a theorist. So, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? Send me a third email. Let me know. See, here's the thing now. I'm still concerned about the supermarkets running out of food. Because they're not getting any food. Everything is shut down. So they're using what they have in stock, which maybe they have a whole lot of shit in stock because they're always stocking up all throughout the year. But it comes to an end. The food and the water and the hand sanitizer, ass paper. The ass paper is probably going to be the first thing to run out because that's almost... Some places have nothing. You can't get shit. There's absolutely... Typically, the aisles that are like empty, are there. Where you get your ass paper. So imagine if we spend... Some people are being hopeful. Okay, I'll be with you people. I'll be hopeful. But I'm being realistic on top of hopeful. Okay? They think it'll be 2, 3, maybe a month that will be in absolute shutdown. Mandatory, gotta stay in the house, quarantine, whatever they call it. That is what they call it, quarantine. You stay in the house, you can't come out. If you come out, the National Guard says, hey, get back in the house, because they're gonna be standing right outside in your block. This shit is gonna look ugly. 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 Anyone, send me a force email. Here's what else I heard. At some point... Oh, anyway, I hadn't finished my point. I think that this shit could go well up to 6, 8 months. This year that they literally calling it 2020 vision and having perfect vision. I think there's a strong possibility we could go literally the rest of this year in lockdown. At least the major countries. This won't just happen to China and USA. I hope it don't happen to USA, but from the information I'm giving you. China, USA, there's at least 3 or 4 other countries that are definitely gonna be involved in a absolute complete shutdown, that they cannot leave the house, I would say Italy, Brazil, I can't remember the other country. There was another one I had in mind, but I forgot. Yeah, like at least 3 other countries are gonna... But I think the USA is next. We're right there with China in all the numbers. Whether the numbers are real or fake, if you ask me, fake with a capital F. But, that's debatable. That's disputable. But that's my take, and they can't take my take away from me, because it's my take. You can't take it away. That's my take. But the numbers are the most for USA and China, so chances are we're next to be on mandatory quarantine. We are next. And this shit could take... I wish it just takes 2 or 3 weeks that we will be in mandatory quarantine. But look how long China has been in mandatory quarantine. They're still under mandatory quarantine. They were the first ones. They've been under this shit since January or February. That's what's coming here. Here's what's going to happen when the supermarkets close down. Alright? Whether it's a month from now, 2 months from now, when they close down. And I think we're going to be in this shit for months. For months, we're going to be involved in this bullshit. Once the whole shit closes down, I say a very minimum of 2 months. In the 40 years I've been in this country, in this life, in this world, I've never wanted to be wrong about the information that I'm giving out to the people. I think at least 2 months, and to be realistic, it could take till the end of 2020. Because the world is a stage. It's a stage. It's a... no. So. Okay, here's the other shit. After about 2 months, when the supermarkets close down and your pharmaceutical facilities, and, and basically everything, gas stations will close. Once they put us in mandatory quarantine, gas stations are going to close, because what the hell you need a gas station for if people can't get out the house? And the ones that do, they're going to either put them in jail or beat the shit out of them. They're not going to get a fine. It's not going to be like that. When the National Guard, when the martial law is out there, they're not going to give you a warning or any of that shit. If you try to leave because you just can't take it anymore, you will get chased down, and they're either going to fuck you up or shoot you. Martial law. I know how martial law works too. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into detail with that. I do research on every topic that is something to think about. I don't see any of you now. Now I do. The National Guard was going to happen in 2 months when the supermarkets close down. The National Guard is going to be our reliable source of food. Food is neither feet. Food is food. Food. We all got to eat food. I don't eat feet. If you do, good. But here's the thing. The National Guard will be giving us our meals. We are talking breakfast. We are talking lunch. We are speaking about dinner or supper. Overnight, if you like to eat snacks and shit, guess what? You are out of gasoline, because they're not going to come at 3 in the morning to give you some shit to eat. You specifically. You, whoever you are. Me either. Send me a 5th email. Tell me more about it. So that's what's going to happen. This is what I'm compelled to say that it's going to happen. I don't want this shit to happen either. I don't want none of this shit to happen. I wish all this shit I'm saying is wrong. I'll be the happiest person on the frickin' flat earth. I'll be the happiest person on the flat surface if all the shit that I'm saying is absolutely left field, absolutely incorrect. I am compelled to share the real truth, and this is not what we get on the news. This is not what we get on every YouTube channel. The majority of YouTube is bullshit. What? I'm a YouTube veteran. I started my own channel less than a year ago to promote my music career. Look what I'm doing now for these past about 3 weeks, promoting the bullshit with the politics and the movement and the agenda. What is the agenda? Depopulation. Too many people in the world. They say about 8 billion. I don't trust none of that shit they say with the numbers. I think if I would have to give everyone an educated guess, hypothetically, I would say the world has 10, 11, 12, 13 billion people. The world. They say it has almost 8 billion, and the earth cannot sustain itself with more than approximately 5 billion. So if their numbers are correct, we are at least 3 billion too much. 3 billion is a pretty big number. It's more than 75 million by far. 3 billion. If their shit is correct, I would say we probably got 10, 11, 12, 13 billion people in this shit. You know how many people are born every day? People meaning babies are born every day. Of course, the vampires take a lot of them, take their life before they even have a life. But life is eternal, everyone. If it's our time to go, there's another realm coming after this one. Realm. R-E-A-L-M. I'm in the gym parking lot. It's getting hot in the car. I am sweating and I haven't even started working out yet. Thank you to the people of the YouTube community. Send me a 6 email. Let me know how the video was.